I just want to brag about you for like 5 minutes
No.
that I don't know. Each year she was at EOU, she won an award each year. Freshman year was Rookie of the Year. Sophomore year was that MVP.
Co-MVP.
Junior year was that?
That
Senior
was the-
year you won MVP, right?
Yeah. And the junior year was when I got the NAIA Player of the Year for Cascade Conference.
Yeah, I didn't get any of those, so.
I'm Robyn Fielder. My sport was basketball, and I graduated in 1989.
89 for everyone who didn't hear that. My name is Rachel Fielder. Basketball is my sport, and I'm going to graduate this year, 2020.
What got me started playing basketball was I was always outdoorsy girl, always playing some kind of sport, and our elementary school started girls basketball. So I went ahead and joined, and our music teacher was the coach, and I played every year after that.
What got me started is actually, we first moved here, and one of my really good friends at the time, she had a basketball game, and I went with her. And I remember being like, okay, I came home and I was like, oh, I was at the game and I wanted to do it so bad. And I was like, okay. So I went home and I was like, Mom, Dad, I want to play basketball. And
she really didn't have a choice, so yeah. It was a good thing. Why did I choose EOU? Well, it was the second school that offered to ask me to come try out after my senior year. And so drove down there and met Lori Turner. And we did like a 2-hour open gym is pretty much what we did. And I fell in love with LeGrand. I felt like I bonded with Lori, and it was a coach that I felt like I could play for. And the girls on the team just seemed like we'd been playing together for a long time. So I just knew that was the place for me.
I definitely felt like it felt like home also. And I really liked the distance, how they couldn't just show up and anytime they wanted, but I could also go home on the weekends. I'd also been away for a long time, and I really wanted my family to be a part of my last year. So, and I really, really liked Angie. That's just kind of cool.
Yeah, I did too. I really liked Angie too.
You guys knew each other, huh?
One of the moments playing at EOU that I'll never forget is there's a couple of them. But the one that stands out the most is after a game at Concordia, I think it was the end of the regular season, the opposing coach came up to me and said, congratulations on your award. And I was like, okay, thank you. And it hadn't even been announced yet, so I didn't know that I had won Player of the Year for the NAIA Cascade Conference. So that was a great honor, and I was very proud of that.
Definitely commitment weekend. That was an adventure. And then the other one is the game at College of Idaho when we beat them at home on a last-second shot. That was pretty exciting.
But you made the last-second shot.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
It's a wide open
It was
layup.
very
That would have been hard
exciting.
to mess up.
Yeah, that was very exciting for Mom and Dad too.
How did your mom feel after that moment?
Oh my gosh, I was jumping up and down, and then afterwards I thought, oh my gosh, I must have looked like a fool. But we were all jumping up and down and yelling for her and clapping and hugging each other and high-fiving everybody that would high-five us. And we were actually sitting over kind of in the College of Idaho section. So I'm not sure that they appreciated that. But yeah, I mean, as a parent, it's just, you're so happy and excited for that they get to experience something like that. So I was so glad I could be there.
It felt really good actually to have my mom there, because I think I had 10 rebounds that game too. And from the time I first started playing, the only thing she ever yelled at me, I think in my entire career, is run harder and to rebound. And so the fact that I got 10 rebounds was a really big deal.
Yes. She played really good that game. And plus it's against College of Idaho, which
so
is
even better.
Yeah, a big rival.
Yikes. I think it's really special. I think we definitely have developed not an entirely new relationship, but it's definitely, we have a friendship now too. It's not just mother and daughter. And I think the biggest turning point was also when her and her friends that also played at EOU came up for alumni weekend. and we were driving around and you were like showing me like all the houses that you guys lived at, and they were telling me all her stories, and just really fun.
Yeah, I was like, let's stop there. I think it's just special when you get to share something as important as your college experience with one of your kids. I think this has given Rachel and I an experience together that we can share the rest of our lives. Because my time at Eastern Oregon was just awesome. I mean, I'm sure there were times that weren't, but of course I can only remember the great times that, I had 2 great coaches, Lori Turner and Sharon Campbell. My best friends were there playing with me. We were successful, and being an athlete in La Grande, Oregon,
The best thing.
it's the best thing. The community support is just awesome. So
yeah, it's kind of hard to put into words like how much it really, I think, has impacted us individually, but also together. And I don't know, it's very, very special. I mean, they've always been very supportive as far as like they come to every single one of my games. Even when I was farther away, like they came to as many as they could. So, but I think being a Mountie and having her cheer me on and knowing how accomplished she was and everything, it really made it even better and felt even more special. Did you ever think Rachel would also be at EOU?
Oh my gosh. I always hoped, I really wanted her to go there so that she could have the same, hopefully the same experience that I did. But I tried not to push too hard. I wanted Rachel to kind of carve her own path. But it's really fun that in the end, that is, probably one of her, if not the most positive basketball experience, at least, that she had.
I told you so moment was
definitely. I know. She went there to visit a couple other times, and she had a really warm, fuzzy feeling. I think there's a reason for everything, the path that she took. But I was really, really happy when she decided to go to Eastern. On my way over to the game, I thought, oh gosh, this is Rachel's last game, and you say it out loud, but it just doesn't really hit you until, like, in the game, all of a sudden, she would make a shot or a good play or something, and I'd get all choked up like I was about to cry, and I'm like, what in the heck is going on? And then after the game, when she was all done, and you just go, wow, that was the last game that she'll ever play. I almost grieved, I think, because we, been watching her play since, kindergarten, I think, is when we first, as soon as she was able to run up and down the court. I can't remember exactly what year, but so that's something that I will truly miss. But, she's on to the next stage of her life, and I know she'll be just as successful in the next stage as she was in this.